Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Kushton Dior. I'm here with Industry's Most Wanted. I'm from Marietta, Georgia, and I now reside in Vallejo, California. Yeah.
Salsa in my lungs, it got me lifted. Tequila in my body, bitch, I lit. Keep it simple, I can never be no sip. Get in, get your yeah, and then they dip. I just wanna have a ticket on my wrist. Check it, passion, she be tripping off a list.
What's going on? It is your girl, TampaMystic, and we are back with another episode of
Industry's Most Wanted.
Look who I got in the building today, Kushton Dior. What is going on? Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for being here.
Glad you have me.
100%, man. Listen, you are out here working, you're grinding, you're getting to it. So we got to let people understand your journey so they can put some respect on it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. So we kind of discussed before we went live, you grew up in Marietta, Georgia.
Yes.
Which is right outside of Atlanta for those that don't know, but you now reside in Vallejo, California.
Yeah.
What do you think that's one thing that both cities have given you that shows up in your music?
I say like culture and a sense of like community. Yeah, like I feel like they both have their own, like Atlanta has its own vibe and its own culture behind it, and I feel like the Bay Area does too, and I feel like everybody just gets together and tries to make it a bigger thing than what it actually is.
Got you.
Yeah.
Makes sense. What took you from Georgia? Can't sing, y'all. What took you from Georgia to Cali?
You know, I've been here my whole life, and I went out there and I visited, and I just fell in love with like the area. Certain things over there are legal that's not legal over here, so I love that. But it was just a vibe. It was just good times, and I just like something new, and I always wanted to just visit California. Absolutely.
So when you moved there, did you know anybody there at all?
Yeah, I had my brother Wani, who's actually on my tape, A Whole Vibe too.
Okay.
So I linked out with him, and ended up getting my own spot later. But yeah, I ended up moving over there.
That is dope, man. So in comparison to Georgia, is the pricing? I've heard it's very expensive to live out there.
It is, but Atlanta's kind of creeping up now.
Nah, for real. I'm like, dang, we might need to exit the building soon.
Bay still, certain parts are still more expensive, but Atlanta's creeping up for sure.
Got you. So the area that you're in, Vallejo, I've never been there. I've only been to LA, and that was years ago. But Vallejo, how far is that from LA?
Like 5 hours.
Okay, so it's a good. California is huge.
It is incredibly huge.
In Vallejo, California, is there a good music scene for independent artists?
Yeah, I would say really like more NorCal. So it's kind of like San Francisco, Oakland, Vallejo. Then there's like Hayward. Some people kind of iffy about what they call the Bay and Sac. I'm not really into that. They get real defensive about that.
Right. It's not like here to get. They got the zones and stuff.
Yeah.
Get it right.
Yeah. But it's like as a collective, it's like the whole Bay Area. So I don't want to just say like Vallejo. But Vallejo is pretty big. They have like E40 is a big staple for Vallejo, and then a lot of people know LaRussell. He's coming up too.
LaRussell is definitely, and I love because I hear him talk a lot, like like on podcasts and stuff, and he be dropping them gems. Yeah,
and he's really involved in the community. I know a lot of people say that, but I live in Vallejo, and it's like he always has something going on. Like he's doing it for the community for sure.
That is amazing. So let's talk about your journey through music. You've been making music for on and off for about 13 years now. Yes. So you've been doing it for a while. What was the moment that you like realized that you have to go all in with this? Was there a defining moment for you?
Yeah, it's funny because actually it was like my very first show. So I started off as a hype man.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was putting music out kind of just like as fun, like a little hobby. And then I had one freestyle put out. I did like a freestyle over an old 2 Chainz song. And it gained like a little bit of traction, got like 2,000-3,000 views out of nowhere. And then this artist who went by the name of Super Cali at the time, his name is now Trap Daddy. We linked up and he was like, hey, I want you to be hype man for me. We linked up. And my first show, like, we were opening for, I think, Trinidad James. This was right before he popped. And I think it was like Space Ghost Perp. And I was just like, this is crazy. I want to do this all the time.
I feel like oftentimes it's those moments where we are working with someone else, but we have our own defining a moment of this is it for me.
Yeah.
Is this something that you desire to do full time?
Oh yeah, eventually I do want it. Like it's a lot of work to get to that point.
Yeah,
for sure. But I definitely would love to do it full time.
So what are some of the things that you feel like you're working on right now to take you to that point? Because you're here. Thank you.
Yeah.
He's with Industry's Most Wanted. But what are some other things you're working on as an artist to ensure that, hey, eventually I'm able to do this full time?
So one thing for sure, this past year, I've been outside more. I threw my own tour. I cultivated my own tour, went out, met people, try to build community. So actually trying to meet connections, try to do platforms that's actually trying to push artists.
Yeah.
So main reason I'm here, shout out to Tampa, because we've been rocking for a while now, but
Yes,
this is the first time we actually got to meet in person. So just trying to just keep building the brand, make certain connections, to meet certain people, and always networking.
Is that difficult at all, meeting people who are truly in it because they want to see artists win? Because there's a lot of money grabs out here. Do you experience kind of having to filter through that?
Yeah, definitely, for sure. It takes time to learn, because some people don't have your best interests at heart. They just want the money. So it just takes time to kind of decipher, and then just kind of see how people have been moving, and just trying to, I don't know, just look at the broader picture, because sometimes people just be like, oh, this looks good, but they're not really digging in and doing their own research. So I feel like I've just been trying to be better at researching, and then just going off vibes of people in general.
Absolutely. And stay away from the people who randomly jump in your DM trying to sell you something, because chances are they're either desperate for money or they're trying to scam you.
Yeah. I have like 200 messages like that.
Yeah. And it's crazy, because I just had a producer from Chicago here with me recently, and he's a little bit older, and he's kind of green to like social media, because he's a little bit older and stuff. And you know how like when you post something, you get them spam comments talking about send me this post or whatever. Yep. So of course I posted a video of our interview, and a bunch of those bots jumped on there. So he hit me up. He's like, are those people real? He's like, they were in my DM. I said, bro, do not give them folks your money. You'll be pissed off if you give them your money.
Exactly. Never hear from them again. A whole new account.
They'll block.
Exactly.
Most definitely. So your current single is called The Vibe.
Yes.
What inspired the energy behind the track, and what vibe were you personally feeling when you created the track?
So it's kind of like not a long story, but long story short, it was a time when I was transitioning from something bad that happened in my life, and I kind of was just like, instead of harping on that and being like making certain music to make me feel like, oh, I'm going through it and I need to kind of release these emotions, I got so much love for the situation I was in. It made me be like, I just need to keep rocking and doing what I'm doing. So I just kept making like music, just made me feel good, and that's how The Vibe came out.
You were the bigger person in the situation.
Yeah.
I feel like that's so important. There are some times where I got time today.
Yeah, for sure.
Sometimes, but for the most part, it's like when I have, because we all going to have issues with people. We're human beings. We're not going to we're going to agree to disagree. I typically just try to like move away from that situation, because like you said, if you harp on it and you thrive on it, it's going to consume you.
Exactly.
And they say those who anger you control you.
Exactly.
And we ain't doing all that.
Exactly.
So that's good that you poured into your emotions into the music, but you're making it in a positive manner, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Is there an official video for it yet?
There's not one yet. I'm working on a lot of stuff. Music costs a lot of money, so
No, it does.
trying to budget certain things, but I do have stuff coming on the way. And I do have a big feature coming up on that as a remix too.
That is hard.
Yeah.
It is a very, very, very expensive business. And, that's why I try to stay competitive, and I don't know what other people charge, because it's not my business, but I know for what I do, I try to stay competitive, because I understand we all balling on a budget.
Yeah.
It's hard out here for a pimp.
You know that.
So it's like, we got to make sure that we're working with each other, and I like to meet people where they're at. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind working with people. That's important. So, but you could also, maybe just get some in studio footage or whatever like that, in the meantime.
Oh yeah, for sure.
These things right here, cell phones.
Yeah. I always try to make do what I can, but yeah.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think you're doing a great job.
I appreciate that.
I think you're doing a great job. And who did you work with production wise?
So on that tape, I worked with Jay Smooth. I worked with Suave, the producer.
Okay.
Who else I work with? I'm drawing blanks. I'm so bad. I have credits on my album, but I work with a good amount of producers.
That's okay.
Yeah.
No, listen. Charge it to his head, not to his heart.
Yeah.
It's difficult to remember when you're on the spot, especially them shout outs. You're like, dang, I know I don't miss somebody.
Yeah, it's like I know the name, but it's been blanking right now.
Listen, understood. So I want to go back and talk a little bit about this tour. You independently put together a 14-date tour.
Yes.
In the Bay Area with no team, no management. What was the biggest takeaway from that? What was something that you took away or learned from that experience?
That I feel feel like that I can do a lot more than I think I can. Like, it was easier than I thought, and it kind of just came about. I wasn't planning on it being a tour. I kind of I had like a couple dates set, and then I just kept getting more shows thrown at me. So I was like, why not cultivate it and make it something bigger than what it is? Yeah. And it was easier than I thought it was with certain things. Certain things were kind of difficult, but it was just cool being able to see that I could do things I didn't know that I even think about doing, because I always wanted to tour, but I was just like, I ended up doing it way quicker.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So if you were to do it again, which I'm sure you will at some point in time, you want to maybe expand out, anything that you'll do differently to approach it this time around?
Try to find different cities, expand it.
Okay.
Trying to go like either like nationwide or just on the coast, but try to just go reach more people.
Have you found the areas that are tuning into you the most, like checking your analytics on Spotify and stuff? And if so, like what cities are you finding that are really like showing you love and support right now?
It's really like the Bay Area and Atlanta. I get a lot of love from. I get random countries every now and then. Yeah. I get different spots, but I feel like really mainly it's like Atlanta and the Bay Area are my two main cities.
Isn't that dope though? Like when you check it and you see somebody from like Sri Lanka or Russia or whatever, you're like, how in the heck did they find me? But that's great that they did.
Yeah, like I be having some people from like Brazil show me love. I'm like, wow, I don't even know how my music got out there.
See, but I feel like sometimes, maybe they're searching for someone or something, and you might pop up in the suggested area and they're like, let me click and see what Kushton Dior is talking about. You know what I'm saying? So, because with the radio station, I'll get mostly here in the States, in the United States, but I'll every now and again see people tuning in from other countries. I'm like, dang, how did they find it? But that's cool. Yeah. I'm here for it.
Exactly. I'm not mad at it at all.
And I feel like that's why it's important to put your music everywhere, because each platform has a different set of people. Like I'm an Apple Music user. Some people are Spotify users. And
that's exactly how I am.
Exactly. So you had mentioned being a hype man. So you opened up for Rick Ross as a hype man with Trap Daddy that you mentioned. Is there any behind the scenes moments or experiences that impacted you from being able to, get on stage and hype me up?
Honestly, I can't say that there was anything different, because we had just been doing so many shows. Yeah. It wasn't something really different because we were like grinding. So it's not like we were like big names. It's not like they're like, hey, you guys get your own dressing room or anything like that. So it just reminded me of like, don't get too hard, don't get too low. Like you're still working. Like, even though this seems like it's a really big thing, like there's still more work to do, still more stuff to do.
Absolutely. And I feel like for you to do that, to be a hype man for somebody, that takes a lot of humility. Let's just be honest, because yes, you're getting spotlight, but you're not the main character per se, if that makes sense. And I love the fact that you did it, because I feel like that's a great starting point to kind of get your feet wet into this. And then that's where your passion for yourself came from.
Yeah, definitely. And I do want to shout out to Trap as well, because he put me on a lot of stuff, like kind of like a mentor to me. So I learned a lot of things too. And I always feel like if there's something I don't know, there's things I don't know, so I always can learn from other people too. So
how did you get into being someone's hype man?
It was just like he saw my music, he thought it was cool, I was rocking with his music, and then he was like, hey, you want to go ahead and just try this out, do a hype man? And it's kind of been history ever since.
I love it. That is super, super dope. And is that something you do at all anymore? Or are you totally on your own path now?
Yeah, that's a
thing of the past. Yeah. You're like, I'm my own person now.
Yeah.
Now you probably have your own hype man.
Yeah. Not to say that I'm too big for it, but I'm like, I would do it still, but I'm like, I'm not really focusing on that.
No, there comes to a point in time where you have to elevate, and I mean, respectfully, there's nothing wrong with that, because, I don't know what the situation of a hype man looks like financially, but it's like, I'm pretty sure as an artist, you could probably make a little bit more doing it. You know what I'm saying?
And then you're kind of more dependent on somebody else. So it was a good way to just kind of learn the business without having to fully go in and figure it out myself.
So what is something about this business right now that maybe you're still struggling with a little bit? Like maybe you don't quite understand it, or you haven't gotten through a certain thing. Is there anything right now that you're like, man, this is something I could do a little bit better at, or I don't quite understand, I gotta, learn a little bit more? Are you dealing with anything like that?
I think trying to really retain and gain a new audience is what I'm trying to find right now.
Yes.
On like a bigger scale. Like, of course, anytime you do shows, you network, you're going to meet people, but it's just now I feel like I'm trying to focus in more on just get my music out to a bigger audience and bringing more people in.
I feel like that's a lot of artists deal with that because they know they want to do it, but they're like, how do I do it?
Yeah.
And one of the things that I always suggest, what works for me, and it may be different because you're an artist, but for me as a business owner, I constantly run ads.
Yeah, that's one thing I've been learning about.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's where majority of my business comes from, is running these ads. You know what I'm saying? So, that might be an outlet. Of course, sponsoring Google, what is it called? Like Google ads on your YouTube and stuff like that. That helps generate traffic. So, that might be a starting point.
Yeah, definitely.
Getting on these playlists, though, I don't know, because a lot of them be scammy. And I've heard a lot of artists having their Spotify accounts being taken down because they'll pay someone to put them on a playlist and it's all bots. Yeah. And then boom, now next thing they know, their Spotify account is gone.
Yeah. And I had an issue like that. Like randomly, I was like, oh, my music's going crazy. I started getting crazy numbers. And then I end up seeing like somebody boosted my account, which I was like, I appreciate the gesture, but just kind of like, that still can happen. And it's just like, I'd rather have people that are actually tuned in. Like I don't want to have just it look like I have fans. Like I'd rather have like a genuine connection with people that are tapping in.
Absolutely. Same thing with social media, boy. People like be putting on a whole facade, and I'm like, we can see that it's not real. Just stop the cap. Exactly. It's like pay for them ads. There's a difference. You can either boost it directly through Instagram. That's boosting the post, but you can also go to Meta Business Suite through Facebook and actually run ads, and that's where you're going to generate a lot more traffic. Most definitely. So other things that you're working on, you were able to get featured in the OTH magazine alongside Jules Santana, which was on the cover. That's major. Yeah. Congratulations. How did that recognition change the way you see yourself as an artist?
It just kind of made me see myself in the realm of like, okay, I'm up here with like bigger artists that I've actually seen before and recognized. Not to say that I've been in the same accomplishment spaces and certain things that they've achieved. Yeah. But it was just cool to be able to see like, hey, I'm in the same space as somebody who's already solidified in this business that I respect. And it's like a legend. So it meant a lot. So it kind of just gave me more confidence within myself.
100%. Shout out to Jules Santana.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe y'all need to collaborate.
Yeah.
Holla at your boy.
What's up? Dipset.
Who would be like a dream collaboration for you right now?
Man.
And let's do dead or alive or one of each.
There's so many people. I say I'm just gonna go with alive. With like people I am like currently like I really listen to a lot right now. I'm really listening a lot to Smino, Don Tolliver, and Samara Sin. I think those right now are like the three people I would want to like actually work with like today.
I love that. I wasn't expecting you to say any of them. And that's great. That's a great thing because of course, we get people talking about Lil Wayne, which we love Wayne. Yeah. But it's like you just hear that so much. So I love the fact that you stepped outside the box and you named three other phenomenal artists that majority of people aren't naming.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I don't know. I love artists, but it's like, I don't know. Certain artists I do want to work with. Certain artists I don't think I ever want to. Just because I'm like, I don't know. I just want to keep you as like a hero. It's a sense of just like music. If it pans out a certain way, then yeah. But certain artists, I'm not automatically looking to be like, I just want to work with you.
Absolutely.
It has to make sense.
No, that makes perfect sense. Like you said, you see them in a certain way, a certain light. You want to kind of keep them there. Yeah. Totally respect that. Most definitely. So the magazine, when did that come out?
It was a while ago. I think like 2013, 2014.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because you've been doing this for a long time. Yeah. You've been doing this for a long time. Out of everything that you have experienced in this music industry, being a music artist, what is the biggest life lesson being a music artist has taught you? Life lesson.
Man, I've learned so much. Kind of just believing in yourself, really, and having confidence in who you are and what you do. Because so many times people will try to steer you one way or tell you should do this or do that. And I feel like if you're just being true and honest with yourself, people will gravitate to you and love you for you. And it took me a minute to try to figure out my sound, to figure out who I was. So more comfortable I am within me, I feel like a lot more opportunities are coming to me. So I feel like it's really just taught me to be me and be confident with who I am.
I love that. I love that because there's a lot of people who lack that self-confidence. Yeah. And that can hinder you and hold you back because you get in your own way. You be in your own head. Yeah. Most definitely. So you also run and operate your own clothing brand called Majority Rules. Yes. What's harder, getting people to wear your brand or to listen to your music?
That's a good question. I think it depends, because during like COVID, I was everybody's buying it, so I'll say music. It kind of just depends. It just depends on what I'm putting my energy more into.
Understood.
Yeah. So because when I was doing the clothing, I was full fledged into it, trying to get pieces, get samples, promoting it. But when I'm doing music, I'm more into that. So it just depends on whatever I'm pushing more.
Understood, because it can be a slightly difficult balance, because you got life, personal life, then you got the clothing, then you got a job, I'm sure, and then you got the music, you know. So it's like there's a lot sometimes doing that work-life balance. Tell us a little bit more about the merch, though. Is this something you're still pushing?
Yeah. So right now my site is not online, but I have pieces that I can still sell through DMs. I can do direct purchases. Okay. And I'm building a site back up right now. Got you.
So currently, what do you have available?
I actually have tour merch available. Okay. I should have brought it, but I have a tour hoodie, I have a tour t-shirt, I have athletic basketball shorts, I have hats, I have a plethora of stuff. If you want to check me out, I'm on Instagram, Majority Rules the brand. I have all the pieces there. So
I love that brand name too. Yeah. I feel like when you develop a brand name as an artist, you need to do something that you got to put yourself in the consumer shoes. Like, if this was someone else's brand, would I wear it? Yes, because let's be honest, not too many men are going to walk around with another man's face on their, no shade, but it's like you have a better chance of people wearing it if it's kind of not you related.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, when you get to the Waynes and the Nips and stuff like that, people are going to wear it. You get what I'm saying?
Like established,
right.
You're more than just a person. You're like a brand.
Exactly. They are the brand, 100%, most definitely. What brought you out here to ATL this weekend?
So God Fest and family. Thanksgiving's coming up, so got a family. I love the family.
Okay, so you're here all the way through Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, here for family and some work too. Always gotta get some work in.
I know, that's right. That's amazing that you're able to spend about a week here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love that, because oftentimes it might be 1 or 2 days in and out. Boom.
I've had days like that. My family and friends be pissed at me sometimes. Like, I saw you for a hot second, or I didn't get to see you at all, so I'm trying to be able to see everybody.
Exactly. Yeah. So all your family still lives here?
They're spread out, but I got a lot of family out here. I got family in Africa. I got family in New York. Okay. I got family in Canada. Just spread out, California, everywhere.
How long have you lived in Cali?
Since 2017.
Okay, so I got a personal question that I want an honest answer to. Since you've lived here, has any of your family come to see you there?
I haven't had a lot of family come out there. Yeah. Honestly, I've had a few cousins, but my mom doesn't like flying. So it's like I have to come back out here all the time.
I only ask that because I'm always going to see my family. My mom now passed, but my dad's older. I don't expect him to travel like that. Yeah. My son has been up here, but it's like, I feel like now that I'm here, I'm the one always, because people be like, why don't you come back home? Like, you could come up here, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially I'm only one state away, Yeah. With you, they got to travel across the whole entire country. Yeah. Understood. But that's beautiful that you were able to come home and spend some time with them during the holiday season. Absolutely. You had a house fire in 2022 where you lost everything. Yeah. First and foremost, I can't even fathom what that would be like. That's tragic. So I'm so sorry that you went through that. Yeah. And that included 5 years of music that you had created. Have you ever considered at all throwing the towel in with this during those type of situations, or does it drive you to go more? So it drove me to go harder because when it happened, I was definitely devastated. I felt horrible about it, but I got so much love the following day because a lot of my friends were like, just post it. Like, you need to ask for help, because I'm like really prideful. So it's sometimes hard for me to ask for help. So when I put it out, it was just amazing to see I got so much love back, and I didn't even realize how much love I had. So that made me want to keep going. Because I was just like, instead of me being sad, I was just like, wow, I got so many people that want to see me keep winning and supporting me. And I even had some people that were like, hey, I do videos, so it's like, hey, if you still want to do your music, I'll do it off GP, off love. So I was just like, wow. Granted, at the time, it took me a month or two to get back into music. Yeah. But at the time, I was just like, that's just love for you to want to do music for me just off the love. Some people just sent me, it was just a lot of love I got from that. That is amazing. I feel like at certain times people really come together. Yeah. There are times where people are very divided, but in times of need like that, and you said, you got to put that pride to the side. Because I've had people tell me, man, it's okay to ask for help sometimes. And it's not even monetary. Sometimes I might need help doing something in here. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. It's not like I need $20. You know what I'm saying? I'm very prideful as well, but there are times where we got to put that to the side, and that's absolutely one of them. How did the fire start? Are you able to disclose that?
Yeah, so I think it was an electrical fire.
Yeah.
Because when I was in my building, it was just like patches of smoke I started seeing.
So it was like in your apartment building?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, the whole building caught fire, but like mine got hit the worst. I can show you pictures after, but it's pretty bad.
That sucks. You know, I've lived in many apartments over the years, and that's always was a fear for me. Like, because if your neighbor falls asleep with a cigarette or whatever it may, forget something on the stove, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're directly affected by that. So, man, but I feel like that was a test. You got through it.
Yeah.
God is good. All glory to God, because you're here to talk about it.
Yeah,
and you were not. A lot of that stuff can be replaced. I know the music and stuff, maybe photographs, if you have old photos, can't be replaced, but the majority of the material stuff can be replaced, but your life can't.
Yeah, and a lot of it came back tenfold. Like, I ended up getting a better place like 5 months later, and like I got a lot of stuff I had. I got better versions of it or more of it, so everything did work out.
That was all God right there.
Yeah.
That was all God right there. Most definitely.
Yeah.
So, in your opinion, what's one thing about the music industry that would have other artists ready to argue with you that you believe in or you feel like we're going through right now, but some artists be like, no, it's not like that? Do you have any strong opinions about the industry right now?
That's a good question. You put me on the spot. That's a really good question. I don't think so one thing, I don't think all publicity is good publicity. I feel like a lot of people just chase content and just want to be seen, and it's like I don't think that's like has any type of like longevity, like, or any sustainability. Like, just because somebody sees you doesn't mean like they're gonna respect you or want to even click on your link to get you money. Like, they'll just be look at you. So I don't think all content is good content, and you don't need to just be seen just to be seen.
I think that was the perfect answer, because I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of clickbait stuff out there.
Exactly, yeah.
And there's people out there doing corny stuff, like going up to like elderly people and trying to prank them in the grocery store.
Yeah, that's
I'd
lame.
punch them in their face if I seen them doing that to like my family member or something.
Yeah.
It's corny, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, in the same thing, like artists, they'll just be putting any kind of, it's not all content is good content.
Exactly.
Y'all better hear that. That was a good one right there. That was a perfect answer. Most definitely. What's something that you've accomplished with no label, no machine, no team, really doing this on your own with no big budgets that you feel like other artists couldn't pull off?
I'm not gonna say there's nothing that anybody else can pull off, because I feel like anything I could do, somebody else can do, and I feel like anything somebody else has done, I could possibly do.
Yeah.
Depending like on what it is. Certain things I'm like, I can't be Jordan, so you know. But I feel like this year, just like my run of being able to like throw shows, put out consistent content, making sure I'm doing videos, and like I'm not waiting on somebody else. So say if there's somebody I usually go to and I can't work with them and I need to get this out, I'll pivot and find something else. So it's like I'm just trying to always stay moving, stay consistent, and have something going on. And I feel like I've done that this year for sure. Like whether it's been shows, visuals, trying to do interviews, just trying to put my name out there.
Have you accomplished everything this year that you set out to?
I actually have, and more.
Okay.
This year I kind of just wanted to kind of put my name out there and be kind of just more disciplined with what I'm doing and be more consistent. And I feel like I've definitely done that this year.
So you outdid yourself.
Yeah, I'm kind of proud of myself this year. I had to pat myself on the back.
Man, hold on, do that one more time.
A little pat.
There you go. Pat yourself on the back. That is dope. So we're only a month-ish away from 2026. What are some of your goals you've set for the new year?
So moving forward, I want to be a lot more intentional. When I made Whole Vibe 2, I kind of made it like post fire. So like I was saying before, it was kind of like I was kind of just feeling the vibe and feeling like I felt a lot of love. So I was like, I'm just gonna make music I want to make that just makes me feel good. But this next year going forward, I'm trying to make more intentional music that means something. Like I'm older now than I was then, so I'm trying to make more meaningful music that has a message behind it, or just like a feel behind it. Like I want to just be kind of generic, like rapping about women and like money. Like I kind of want to be like, this is what I'm going through emotionally, or just how I feel about this situation. Like, so that's definitely, I'm trying to be more intentional with like my music and the moves that I do make within the music, not just doing anything just to do it.
I love that, because I feel like people will resonate with it a little bit more, because they're like, man, I felt that. I'm going through that, or I've been through that, or my partner's going through something like that. And being intentional, is that something that you apply to every aspect of your life?
Yes, definitely. I'm trying to be, and I'm still working on it. Like, I'm not going to act like I have everything figured out.
Of course.
But I'm definitely trying to work on being a lot more intentional with everything I do.
Definitely, 100%. Y'all got to be intentional. Listen, when God calls us to do something, we have to be obedient to that as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's talk about your latest project, A Whole Vibe 2.
Yeah.
To me, it suggests elevation. You know, what's the difference about Kushton Dior today compared to the first installment of it?
I feel like I know who I am a lot more. And it's like, yeah, I know who I am. I'm a lot more aware of who I am. I know what I want to hear. Like, I feel like the first installment, I kind of was making music for other people. Not to say it's like, it still was music I like, but I was kind of trying to cater it towards the Bay Area. Like, at the time, because I was just trying to like make some music that's going to go. And this time I was kind of like, I don't really care if people like it or not. I'm just making it because I like it. So I feel like that's the biggest thing. Like, I felt more confident and comfortable with who I am and the stuff that I want to make. I was like, if I like it, I like it. I don't really care if anybody else does.
I feel like that's a part of the evolution.
Yeah.
Because I was such a people pleaser. I wanted everybody to like me. I wanted to fit in. Now I'm like, bro, I don't want to fit in. I want to stand out. I don't care if you like me. I'm going to do me. And that's really the attitude that you need to have with your music as well. Because one thing that social media has taught us is that there's an audience for everything.
Exactly.
Going back to what we were saying, not all content is good content. Stuff you and I may cringe at, other people love it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there's an audience for everything. Same thing with your music. You have to do what feels right for you.
Definitely.
When it does come to your production, are you real picky and selective about who you work with on the production side when you're selecting your beats?
I'm not picky with the person. I'm just kind of, it's like, if I like it, if it sounds good, I like it, we're going to rock with it. I'm not picky. Like, I feel like it's just like, yeah, I'm not picky at all.
Who's currently doing your engineering, like your mixing and mastering for your music?
It is Suave, the producer, who's actually located in Atlanta. Okay. So he does all my mixing and mastering. And he actually, I have a song on A Whole Vibe 2 called Watching Me with Jamie Cornelia.
Okay.
And I had issues with the beat, like sample clearances, and I talked to Swab. I was like, yo, I'm stressed out but this. I don't know how to get this out. I need to get this tape out in like a week. He's just like, don't worry about it. He took my vocals and made a whole entire beat just around our vocals that we had there. Whole new beat cooked up, and it sounds to me even better than the original. So I'm like, he's just amazing. You said Suave the producer? Suave the producer. Shout out to Suave the producer. That's a real one right there. Yeah, evil genius. For real, because I feel like in order for someone to push maybe what they had going on the side to make sure your project got out on time, man, that's a beautiful blessing. That type of loyalty and commitment is rare in this business. It's definitely solid, and a good person and incredible producer. So you record in Cali and send him the sessions? Is that how you do it? Yeah, I do everything at home. Got you. Yeah. That's the best way to do it. How long have you been invested in your own home studio? 2016. About 2016. Yeah. That is beautiful, man. I feel like, because you could wake up in the middle of the night and got something on your heart you need to get off. Exactly. And then I don't have to worry about how many times I got to do it. I don't have to worry about no time frame. I just feel it out. Exactly. You're not feeling the pressure of like, dang, I only got 20 minutes left and I haven't finished my session, and it could become very costly as well. Yeah, definitely. Especially if you don't know what you're doing. Right. 100%. Most definitely. What would you say has been the biggest vibe, no pun intended, the biggest vibe killer that you've done since you started your music career? Biggest vibe killer? Yeah. Just like going back on like those people who just try to scam, like those shark people, the people that like take something good and just try to like capitalize off of it for like worse. Like there's a lot of shady people in the industry. So I just say like the shady people really. So how do you navigate through that? Because there's maybe artists who see this that are just starting out and they don't know what to look for when it comes to red flags and shadiness. Any advice you could offer them of maybe personal experiences you've had? Part of it is trial error. Yeah. I feel like sometimes you might get got. If you have good people around you, that's always good. But a lot of times you might just be like, I want to do music, and people might not believe you to begin with. You might have to get people on board, so you're gonna just have to trial error. But I'll just say, do your research. Research is the main thing. Like if you haven't heard anything about these people and they want you to pay a certain amount of money, like why would you do that? It doesn't really make sense. Don't just be desperate to win. Like do your research and just know that this is a journey. You're not gonna make it overnight. That is a fact. What I typically do when I'm doing my research, like you said, I research it two ways. Of course, I go to Google and research it. If nothing pops up about them, I'm like, okay, well, maybe they ain't got no motion. Yeah. But I also
research it on Instagram, like whatever the name of the company is or whatever, I type it in and see if there's been people who's posted about them. Because trust me, people gonna talk about the bad stuff.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like Instagram is a great tool as well to research, because if they did it, they gonna talk about it.
Yeah, I'd be going through everything. I'm like, you got anybody tagging you? Like, you have real followers. You see people like GFCD. I'm like, that's not even a person.
Listen, they don't have no profile icon, or they all look like they from India.
Oh my gosh. So many of them try to give me promos. I'm like, I don't want your cover art.
Yeah, I deal a lot with those cover arts, and then people jump in the DM talking about, I can get you 10,000 followers for $5. I'm like, bro, I don't want to buy your fake followers.
Exactly.
Like, you know, we've been working a long time to build this organic, and what people don't realize is that actually kills your algorithm.
No, it does, for sure.
It kills it, because Instagram can detect it's bots.
Exactly.
And they frown upon that, so they'll
shadow ban you.
They shadow ban you.
So it's like, yeah, you look good to yourself because nobody's looking at your profile.
Right, exactly. Now you get stuck in this vicious cycle of constantly having to do it to look like you got any kind of engagement.
Yeah.
Rather than spending money on that, go spend it on some marketing and promo and, you know, things of that nature.
Exactly, yeah.
Definitely. What do you feel like is the most important thing that you are working on right now?
Me. I think that's the most important thing. If I'm gonna be deep, is like me. So I feel like if I'm doing anything, like I have to be centered within who I am and what I got going on. Like if I'm 50%, I can't do anything like 100%.
So what do you need to work on a little bit more?
I was just say, I say health is always something. Making sure I'm staying like in the gym, staying healthy, diet, mind frame, making sure being aware of what I'm consuming, whether it's like social media or media in general. And yeah, just being aware of everything, all the energies you're bringing towards you. Because I feel like a lot of times, like we aren't, like even scrolling to Instagram, like you can see somebody being happy, you can see something sexual, you can see something violent, and like I feel like as humans, we're not programmed to go through so many emotions within like a minute. So I feel like we just got to be aware of like the energies we're bringing in. Man,
that is a fact. It's not about, yes, we got to be mindful of the food we're consuming, but we got to be mindful of, like you said, what we're visually consuming as well. And I say it often. I'm like, I actually am looking forward to the day where I don't have to open my social media. I open it because I want to. Now I feel like I have to, because I got to check for, you know, DMs for business and this, that, and the third. And there are times where I'll fast a little bit from it, not for long periods of time, but you know, like I'll put my phone up for like half the day, and I'm like, I'm not checking it until later today, because like you said, it can put us in a weird place, you know, because we're absorbing all this negative energy. Be in a good mood, check your phone, and you're just pissed off. It's like, you know, that is a fact, absolutely, and not everything or everyone even deserves a response. Exactly. Because that will take you down a whole rabbit hole of ugliness. Exactly. Some people just go in there just to piss you off. Exactly. That's the trolls. Exactly. That's their job, is to get online just to troll people and piss them off. And it's like our job to ignore that. Yeah. Send them to the block party. Exactly. Out of here. Straight to the block party. I like that. Are you doing any performances at the event you're at tonight? Are you performing there? Yeah, I'm doing some songs off of Hobop too. Okay. Yeah. How long is your set? About 10 to 15 minutes. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay, so that kind of goes back to what you were just saying, you know, focusing on your health. I feel like you got to be in shape to be able to do a 10 to 15 minute performance. Like it takes a lot of stamina for that. So do you already have the show set laid out? Oh yeah, I have to shut up. That's something I learned too with like doing touring. It got me better with performing, setting it out, and just like being better with everything I'm doing. So it's like I have a whole like performance like plan scheduled out. Like I even have like a breakdown when I'm doing a back and forth with the crowd and stuff. That is dope, man. Yeah. That is dope. And on the going back to the health side, because that's a big topic for me, because I feel like the absolute most important thing we can do for ourselves is this is our body, it's our temple. Yeah. We, you know, and when we young, I know you're still young, but you know, in our younger years, we can be a little reckless. It catches up to you. Yeah. I'm getting older. I'm starting to feel sick. Yes, it's definitely, it creeps up. It's like you wake up in the morning like, dang, I didn't know that was supposed to hurt. Oh, dang, this hurts. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. For real. Like every day is something different, most definitely. Anybody that you are working with right now outside of, I know you talked about your audio engineer, producer. Are there any other collaborations in the work that we need to know about?
I'm working on a deluxe actually for a Hovop 2.
Okay.
I kind of want to get this out before this year ends, so I can kind of just transition into the mode I'm gonna be in for next year. But I'm working with a couple of artists that I'm trying to get on tape. One, I'm trying to get Trap Daddy on that.
Okay.
So we have a song that we're gonna be working on that hopefully should be coming out soon. And I have my brother Lay. He should be on the tape as well. And there's other artists I'm looking forward to collaborating with. And I have some artists in Oakland I'm gonna be working with. I have Alcyon. She's really dope. She's an R&B singer.
Okay.
So I have some coming out with her. I have Oracle Ash. She's also dope. She's a singer also that's based out in Oakland. But it's a lot of artists I'm just trying to work with.
I know that's right. Most definitely. So if there is anybody who is interested in working with you on any level, what is the best way for them to follow you, reach out to you, all that good stuff?
I'm on Instagram mostly. So yeah, just shoot me a DM and I'll check my DMs.
Holla at your boy.
Yeah.
Yes. And let's add to that. Check your emails too.
Yeah,
I'm not saying you, but
yeah. Oh yeah. Also, if you have email, KushtonDiorBooking@gmail.com. Any performance requests, feature requests, clothing, holla at me.
got you. Holla at your boy. I do want to know the story behind your name though.
It's funny. So it's an old name. So when Twitter first came out, I know like it was like a stoner culture thing was going on. So like people were just having like stoner names. So like my Twitter stoner name was like Kushton Dior. But I kind of just put it out there, and then like people just kept referring to me as Kush, and it just stuck. So kind of like I picked the name, but I feel like the name kind of picked me because I was kind of just like I had other names I put out there before. I just switched my name and just like whatever, just have fun with it.
Most definitely, man. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of missed the old Twitter days, like before Instagram became a thing.
Yeah.
I felt like I connected with so many more people. Like I'm talking celebrities and stuff, and you probably know what I'm talking about.
No, yeah, definitely.
It's a little bit difficult to do it on TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah, I feel like Twitter was just like everybody was ready to interact. Like I remember I was interacting with a lot of people just randomly, and they would just be like, "Yeah, okay, cool, yeah."
Exactly. People would actually respond to you and interact with you. Definitely. So make sure you guys follow him. Who do you want to give thanks to and shout outs to and show love to for supporting you?
Definitely. First off, glory to God, because I wouldn't be here without God. I definitely want to shout out to my mama because she's like foundation, like backbone. Like I wouldn't be here without my mom. And like all my friends and family, like I don't want to name anybody because it's gonna be a list and people gonna be like, you left me out. But like my main family, they know like all my brothers, like, and I'm the only child, so it's like people that I call my brothers, so they know who they are. So shout out to all of them.
I know that's right. Most definitely. One of our last question. Where are we at?
Industry. Wanted.
Tell everybody what makes you, Kushton Dior, the industry's most wanted.
Man, I'm me. I'm authentic, man. I'm giving you vibes, giving you something you can feel, and yeah, we vibing.
We vibing, exactly. Make sure y'all go check out the project, the part 1 and part 2.
Yeah, both of them.
And you said there's a deluxe on the way.
Yeah, 2.5.
That's dope. I like that. It's not quite 3 because it's the deluxe. 2.5. That's hard.
Yeah.
Any anticipated release date?
Hopefully December. We're aiming for December. I'm trying to knock out a lot of stuff next week before Thanksgiving. So we're gonna aim for December.
I love it. Most definitely. We out of here, y'all.
Yeah.